Hey guys, Rollia or Taylor here, and I'm back with another Division video. Now this video is kind of a follow-up to the Year 2 video that I released a couple of days ago, and I'm sort of giving you my opinions on Year 2 and whether I think it is really the end of the Division. So first up, they have confirmed that there will be no expansion to the world or the current area we have. So it is staying exactly how it is. Now, I'm not going to lie to you and say I'm pleased with this because I'm not. It would have been nice to have more of the Central Park area opened up and maybe the sides right and left of that. But the fact that they're not expanding on the world could mean they're focusing on the Division 2's playable area and using the resources for that. I also believe that the current area within the Division hasn't been used to its full capabilities. There's still a lot of emptiness in the world that could be brought to life with some future activities that haven't been announced yet. But again, they might just see that there's no point to expand on the Division, especially if the rumours are true that a Division 2 is in the works. And who knows, that might even be out next year. So what's the point in spending a lot of money and the resources in expanding a map that will only be pushed aside after next year? But is everything else that we're getting in Year 2 actually any good? Now this has torn the community and really divided it. I'm actually one that's supporting Year 2 and think it's a good thing, and what they are doing is also a good thing. So the fact that they're not adding loads and loads and really pumping into the game obviously makes me think that they are working on a Division 2. But also the fact that they're doing it this way means they can really iron out the game and finally get rid of a lot of the dead, broken bits within the game and hopefully work on a more refined game for us within the next year. And I believe this is what the game could really benefit from. If we get rid of a lot of the game breaking bugs and things that make it very unenjoyable for a lot of players, then it could really blossom. But one thing that really gripes me is that there seems to be such a negative vibe about this announcement. Alright, it's not what everyone wanted, but we're getting it for free. I mean, can you imagine the uproar if they came out and said, oh yeah, we're adding Year 2, you're only going to get this, but unfortunately we're charging you £20 per season pass. See, it just doesn't make sense. They're giving us free content that's going to cost them time and money to do, yet everyone's moaning about it. They announced within this announcement stream as well that they're still going to be carrying on with the PTS and there's also going to be future ETF trips. So why would they only be adding such a small amount if they're still content with flying players over there and community members to really sit down and work on the game as a tight-knit community that we really are? I think that's a lot they haven't announced. Alright, the Division has always announced biggest and then come out with the small bits that they fixed or tweaked, but maybe they're doing this differently. The fact that Redstorm is still going to be working on Year 2 does beg the question, are we getting more PvP content? Because Year 2 has been branded by a lot of us as a PvE update, and we all know that Redstorm focused on Last Stand. And what if it'll only take a few weeks for them to come out with some new game modes or some new areas of the map to actually play Last Stand? They don't have to announce that type of stuff just yet. For example, they're not trying to sell anything, it's given to us for free, and I can't stop stressing that point. They could announce as little as possible, they're still not making money off it. A lot of the community also want to know why there isn't definite story improvements. Obviously, we do know that DLC 2 for Year 2 is going to be more narrative driven, but they haven't said whether they're going to expand on the story revolving around Aaron Keener. Now again, my point behind this not being too much of a big deal is that they never make one film so that there's no need for another. Even if they don't expand on it too much and you never find out where he's gone within this division, it just leads to the possibility that there really is a Division 2, at least in the works. And even if they didn't expand on it in this one, then we know where it could take off from in the second. And the fact that he does escape, or that you don't know where he's gone, just leads me to believe that the next one could well be outside of New York, or even within a different country completely. My point here is that they're really not shutting off the Division as a franchise. Just keep that in mind. We've only played one game, we know what's happened to Destiny, and we know the route they're taking with that. What I'm trying to say, guys, is with Year 2, although it may seem a little bit disheartened, it really isn't. You just got to look through a lot of what you're reading and really think about it for yourself. They're supporting this game for another year completely for free. Whether we're only getting bug fixes or small expansions, then I'm just saying be grateful for it. I know a lot of you aren't going to agree with this video, but I would like to add on to the end of it that I am going to be staying here and I am going to be covering the Division. Whatever direction it goes in, it's a game that's brought a lot to this channel and a lot to me in real life. So guys, thank you so much for the continued support, I really appreciate it. And if you decide this game isn't for you, then let me know in the comments below why, and maybe I can find another game to cover to keep you guys interested in my content. But until next time guys, thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, then make sure to let me know either in the comments or hitting that thumbs up. And obviously, if you're new around here and want to see a lot more Division content, then make sure to hit subscribe. But until next time guys, I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.